Yeah, boils and ghouls, it's me, your old pal GG Grotesque, and I'm back with another Unpossessed video. That's right, today we're going to be checking out version 3.2 of the early access. Now, for those of you that have seen the alpha test video, those of you that have seen the other videos for earlier versions of the early access, this right here contains quite a bit more in terms of what you can do. Now, I've already hit max level on this. I'm level 100. At the time that I hit level 100, only about 0.1% of the player base had that achievement. So that was felt like a very big accomplishment. I just wanted to test out the game, see what all it had to offer, and I got these really cute pets. This one is just added. This was just added with the last patch of 3.2. There is a new patch that's getting ready to come out pretty soon that's going to have another case. They did release another case, by the way. So this is all the stuff that you can get for your church just by leveling up. You level up and then you can add and remove these types of things. You can add them all, you can remove them all. There's even a radio that you can add to this as well. They also added multiple haunted objects. So before there was only one haunted object at a certain point in time, and then they added nine, or they added 8 more to make a total of 9. So you can get 9. I only have 8 right now, so I only have 8 of these. It's kind of RNG on when you get them or how you get them during the cases. So especially if you're playing with other players, those other players can pick them up. I just got pretty lucky to where I have this many, and I'm gonna hopefully finish out all 9 of the haunted objects. So this right here is the haunted object museum. I think it's really cool. I think they did a really good job here with this in particular design. So there's a lot of good things, and I know that these assets aren't cheap. I know that these types of things are always kind of expensive. So having these added to the game really does give you something to look forward to work towards, and all that other stuff. So this right here is the new case. You have Michael, age 65. Michael is a homeless living man in an abandoned school. Nearby residents claim to hear multiple voices speaking through him. So the previous cases that we've seen before, of course, was Elizabeth, and then we also had Maria and William. These William was the first case that we did. Now I've beat all of these except for Michael on hard mode. And hard mode is fairly difficult because this game relies so heavily on procedural generation and RNG. So how hard this is in solo play is really dependent on those types of things. Um, let's I think, you know what, we're gonna leave this on normal, and I'm gonna walk you through um, this map and show you guys where some things can spawn, stuff like that. I'll let you guys come up with tips or whatever on how to do the hard mode parts of these. Still trying to work out a really good I'm still trying to work out a really good strategy for this. I've tried dropping stuff off on the front porch. I've tried just doing all the objectives outside first. And I'll show you what I mean, because this is right now the largest map. It has 5 buildings, and the 4 buildings outside, they're not insanely big. But now there are new mechanics that have been added. So whenever you're in the game, the demon can lock you into a room, which can really just mess with you, like in some of the worst ways. And what I mean by that is while you're trying to accomplish things in the game, you can get locked into a room, and then let's say the possessed person can get attacked. Another thing another thing that I am having an issue with is this right here. The stuff on the screen, it says press J to open your journal, press F to check your sanity, and press G to place your items. getting those things to clear, you actually have to press those buttons to get them to clear. And what I don't like about that is the fact that your sanity meter now breaks a lot earlier. So you have a limited amount of sanity meter, and you don't want that to happen. Like, you don't want your sanity meter to break on you, because you're going to use that, especially in the harder modes of the game, to determine whether or not you need to be outside or not. Because once you come outside, it's nonstop demons. Once you get down to 80%, it's a little bit excessive with demons. Like, they're just like, they come at you full force and you just can't kill them. And on hard mode right now, it's instant death if you get hit. So um, having things like a med kit on hard mode, it doesn't help you at all. So I'm not sure why they're placed in there, but I'm not in hard mode right now. I'm on normal. I just want to show you the map. So the first thing I like to do is hit that building there on the right, and then there are 3 buildings over here kind of huddled together, and I like to check these out. Now, the reason why I check these out is because the objectives for these can be the objectives or whatever that you have to do can be hidden in here. So like, you see this cross here. This cross, of course, is something that you gotta do for an objective. You gotta rotate the crosses. If you press J, it shows you demon symbols, crucifixes, and destroyed seance items. You can find those destroyed or find the items to destroy those hidden around here. So you can actually find jerry cans out here. You can find cloths out here. You can find all kinds of stuff, right? You can also find your books and your crucifixes out here in these buildings as well. So you want to make sure that you check them first before you actually go inside. Now, normally I like to pile everything up by the door and then do things that way, but this time I'm not. I'm just not going to do that. I want to be just moving back and forth. This isn't a speed run. I'm not doing a speed run at all. I just want to show you the building. I want to show you what it looks like. I want to show you some of the new mechanics that are in place. This map in particular has a light switch right here, which I like to utilize. I always like to utilize the light switches. There are a couple other things that have been added to the game since before patch 3.2, and that is the addition that the ghosts or the spirits that appear can harm you. They can if they appear and they're standing there and you walk into them, they can't harm you. There is also a wandering shadow ghost or a shadow figure that will also be there doing its thing too. Like, it'll walk around, it won't chase you, but if you walk into it, it will harm you. So you have to be kind of careful where you're stepping and kind of watch what you're doing the entire time that you're moving around here. Because if you don't, you're going to end up in a position of just walking straight into a shadow like I normally do almost every game. And part of the reason why that is because I'm a visually impaired person. And sometimes I don't get to see everything. I don't see everything that's going on. We're going to do our best to make sure that we are getting all the objectives done. You definitely want to get your prayer. Anytime you get a prayer, you want to save it until you're really low on your sanity. Or at least that's what I generally do. Some people can use them strategically, or sometimes you can use them strategically to put yourself in a position to go back outside and look for items that you need to take care of. So right now we have to do one more crucifix. Oh, that scared me. Definitely scared me. Yeah, one more crucifix. And one more demon symbol. Now on easy mode, you get a lot of options here with your prayer. You notice how I got prayers here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use this prayer real quick. go ahead and use that one real quick because I have extra. Well, this isn't easy. Sorry, it's normal. I call it easy mode because it's really easy. Like normal is definitely a mode that you want to play. Just like if you're chilling, talking to people while you're playing, because sometimes you can just get lost in the sauce, right? It's easy to get lost in the sauce whenever you're talking and lose track of what you're doing while you're playing this game. I've done it so many times. It can be triggering too. Like it can be really triggering. So um, I just like to check for all of the things while I'm here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. You have to be careful coming outside too. Like if you don't get everything done inside, whenever you come outside, you normally end up in a position where you have the possessed person getting attacked by the demon and you're way out here, you know what I mean? So that becomes a thing, a whole new monster within itself is managing where you're at. Okay, so we have that. I was wondering if we had another one out here because I am looking for just one more crucifix and I didn't see it inside. Again, visually impaired person, not making excuses, but we all have our flaws. I like how that particular building right there has a open hole on the side that I can just like pop in and out of. I don't have to walk all the way down and then all the way back. I can just loop myself out. Now that's one angry spirit. Very angry boy. And I don't know why he's so angry. Like, I wish somebody would talk to him and tell him it's gonna be okay. Maybe that demon needs a little bit of a hug. You know? Maybe he just needs a hug. Ah, did you see it? There was a spirit there. Right, walking right behind him. It was like a shadow person. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool. So capture paranormal photos, find wall markings, reach a sanity below 30. Now the sanity below 30 is a new one. See, now I'm locked in here. I can't get out. Okay, so now I want you to see how quick these come. They're not so bad here, but in hard mode it's nonstop. It's like one right after the one right after the other. Gonna read this then, because he's being attacked. Now I have to go back inside. If I don't, he's going to die. Die. So notice too that over on the left-hand side, there's a meter now for your crucifix. You only have so much of your crucifix now, and then you have to let it go to recharge. So your crucifix has to recharge now. Same with your book and stuff like that. But they also have another mechanic now, which is holy water, which I'm gonna try out here in just a second. I just want to try it out, see what it's about.
Yes.
I'm gonna come around and check for hidden wall markings. That's what we're looking for. Now these wall markings can be outside in those buildings. So let's take a good look here. Okay, we found one. I don't know how many more we gotta find. We gotta find two. So, okay, there's two. Now let's go back out, grab that. Yeah, we're gonna go out and grab the photo evidence. We can take a photo, and then we'll just hang out in there with the camera until our sanity hits a certain point. I kind of want to try out. kind of want to try that out too. You know what? I've never tried it. I don't know what it's about, so let's do it. So this is now holy water, and we can just like, blah. Take a bath. Splish, splash, take a bath. That's all I gotta say. Splish, splash, take a bath. Now, before, with the camera, you used to just be able to come in and click, 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 right? And now you actually have to, like, it takes time, so you can't just, like, click, click, click. You have to just kind of snap, snap, snap until it happens. But with this too, the cameras are very, very chill because they get rid of the bad guys. Like, it's pretty nice to have that. So like I can come up here. Boom. That's my bad guy. Gone. I'm gonna go out and get the Bible now, just to get it. But I was hoping that would just like open that up, like splash some holy water on there. Come on. Okay, let's go out. We'll grab the Bible. I like the Bible as opposed to the crucifix because I don't know, something about how the mechanic works is better than the crucifix. Splash a little bit of water on him, give him a little bit of a bath. Stinky old man. Stinky old man. Kind of like me, to be honest with you. I'm a kind of a stinky old man myself. Okay. Now, I think one thing that people might not realize is that sometimes this movement slows down if you're running all the time too much. But I haven't had that experience yet. I haven't ran out of like a stamina yet. I don't know if they removed that mechanic. Doesn't feel like I have. There, see I barely use this and now it's broken. Die. That's kind of why I was saying I don't like the fact that I have to press the F button at the beginning because it doesn't take much to break your sanity. Bro, chill. Chill out. Take a little bit of that. We've just got to get to that point. I don't think it really does anything, that holy water. We'll see. Okay, so we're at a point now where we will be attacked, where we can get attacked. This dude's wild and over here. I'm backing up into a corner because I don't know which way the ghosts are going to come from. And they move really fast. I don't want to get hit, but I don't think that they'll kill me on normal mode. On hard mode, it seems like if you're down below 80%, you get attacked. Kind of a GG situation. And I don't mean a me situation, not like GG grotesque. I mean like GG is in good game. So you got to be very careful and very meticulous on how you handle the harder modes of it. That was kind of a bit of a fright. Die. Okay, so what was my issue there? I think my issue there was that I used too many prayers. I could have just not used the prayers and just went down from there. There's still a little bit of polishing that needs to be done for the solo play, but I think that all in all that it's a pretty good start to this game in itself. It's one of those things where you just have to figure it out as you go along. It's constantly changing right now, so there's a lot of different mechanics and stuff that are very different than what they were. Values have been adjusted too, so sanity drain is different. Um, you know, when you get hit is different. We were getting hit on insane and not dying. Of course, in insane mode, you don't have any prayers, you don't have any healing kits or anything like that. But doing this in solo, just on hard mode earlier, I was dying every time I got hit by a creature outside. So you just kind of have to realize what you're doing, how much time the the possessed victim has, and where that's going to go, how to handle that situation. So like with this one, I had to reach a sanity of 30%. I used too many prayers, kept my sanity too high, and the possessed died along the way. So that's something to think about whenever you're doing these things kind of solo. Well, what am I doing? But for the most part, there's all different kinds of new mechanics. There's the holy water. I'm not figured that out yet. There is a stone that you get to place over what they call portals now. So they're doing that thing. You just put this stone to seal up a portal, and then there is a magnifying glass for finding footsteps. That's a new one. So there's a lot of like variety now in terms of your evidence that you're going to be able to find. Now let's go in one more time so I can show you. Let's see if we can get another. Let's go in and see if we can get another set of objectives to do. That way you can kind of see what I'm talking about with this new um, with the new items that they've added. Sorry, my brain doesn't process information exactly the way it needs to, so I'm short of words every now and then, but the most part, I think I know what I'm saying. Um, I always grab traps and I've not placed them in these for some reason. I've not been placing them. You can see here's a magnifier. We'll take a look at those really soon. I always grab the UV light just because it helps me see. It's very bright. It does help me see very well whenever I'm going into these types of things, but I'll show you guys how to place traps too. I don't know where I would place traps in this one. It's kind of a guessing game. But let's go ahead, F real quick, BJ, and then okay. So let's see. Rotate crucifixes, seal portals, grace, and destroy seance items. So I get to show you. Right here is one of the stones that you would pick up to go seal portals, and portals can be anywhere. They can be outside primarily, is where I've always seen them, but it could be anywhere. I got a hammer too, so that's a good thing. Now I think that the portals that they have, the portal graphic that they have, just is something like maybe a placeholder right now until they can get something else, because it's really just a grill. It's like a grill with charcoal. Yeah, like this. So it's like cooking, right? Like a cooking grill. So I think that that might be a placeholder, and that's more than fine. I know what that's like. I'm developing my own game right now too, so I have I have things that are placeholders in mind. Let's see, we've got that stuff. Take care of. So look. Let's fix this grill here. Okay, so we need one more portal sealed, and then we still need to rotate crucifixes. I haven't found any crucifixes out here, which is kind of odd. Okay, so these footprints, I do believe, is what we're gonna have to use the magnifying glass for. I'm not sure 100% because I haven't dealt with them yet. Everything's still pretty new, but that's the only thing that I can think of. I remember whenever this game first came out, I would use the glow stick and it would help me find the hidden wall markings before the objective actually came up. Like that was like a thing. Like you could use it to find all the hidden wall markings prior to getting the objective. So, but can't really do that now, and that's okay. I think it's actually more fair that way. much more fair that way to have that in there. But we did have, I thought I seen a crucifix in here. What was that? Must be wrong. Maybe a grill on the floor? So, yeah, okay. There's a grill on the floor. Okay, we sealed that. We haven't found anything to destroy yet. Now these items can be anywhere. Break that, and then we'll come up and do whatever we have up here. Another one to break. And then we still have one more crucifix, and we'll find that pretty easy. Yeah, here it is. Hopefully we get a sanity one, and we can test out our theory on how that goes. Okay, so let's check our objectives. Find the haunted object, hidden footsteps, and record audio. Okay. So we kind of know where the footsteps are. So we don't have one that's based off of sanity, so I'm just going to read this and go out and do my thing. Right? Sounds good. I mean, it sounds reasonable to me. That way I don't get attacked by giant dirty hamsters out here. That's what they look like. They look like bald hamsters. So it's this one. And what is the other? Find hidden footstep, record the audio. Now the audio is still kind of iffy. Like it's still kind of one of those things that I don't quite understand. I just walk around and spam it, and it normally picks it up really quick, like really quick. So, okay, so that's one set of footsteps. We'll go get the other set of footsteps. Now, I didn't find some of the books. I only got one thing. Unless if they changed it to where you only have to find one set of things. I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Okay, nothing there. Let's see here. No footy steps or anything. I think the other ones were up here. There you go. Now that's how they should be. They should not appear until you do this, right? But I think that it's still kind of like a bug or an issue that's happening. And this is early access, so it's going to take a hot minute for them to kind of work out all the kinks, especially if they're adding new stuff constantly. So I'm sure that they'll figure that out soon. Okay, let's go get the recording now, and then we'll work on finding the haunted object. Now, the haunted object generally spawns after you do the objective, so normally doesn't spawn prior. I said recordings, right? Yes, I did. And I dropped my bibble. I gotta pick up my bibble, guys. Come on, bibble. Oh, we gotta get rid of that. Pick up the bibble. Let's check our sanity. Okay, our sanity's not too bad, so we're good. It's not bad at all, actually. It's freaking phenomenal. Something has happened. Okay.
Die.
Kinda gotta be careful.
Die.
You wanna make sure that whenever you're doing that, you're saving them, that you're getting a bar, or that circle piece, that you're getting that whenever you do it, because sometimes it doesn't appear and you drain your Bible and then you have to wait. And when you're waiting for that to recharge, that person's dying. There's no, like, you're gonna end up screwing yourself eventually. We are gonna check all of this here for haunted object. I don't know what the haunted object's gonna look like. Could be that plant. No, I'm joking. It's probably not the plant. But yeah, I don't know what it's gonna look like. Maybe it looks like all the other items. Maybe it's some sort of toy or something. Maybe it's not. I don't know. We'll see. I have not found it yet, so take a look. Okay, we're still at 90%, so it's we're not even pressed right now. I'm gonna put this light on. We'll go ahead and read this. It's fine. We've got a third prayer here, and I don't have to drop my sanity, so... See, there's one. Sometimes you can just kind of spam it and get the other, see? So, I don't know what the actual mechanic is for that. What I do know is that it's kind of... I don't want to say it's easy to cheese, because that sounds like... It sounds bad, but... I mean, you can definitely work your way through that just by walking around and spamming it. Just like you used to be able to do with the camera. Yeah, let's see what this guy's got. Let's see. Well, there has got to be a haunted object someplace close. Kind of crazy. I probably walked past it quite a few times, not knowing. Oh, it's the bus. Okay. So I already have this. I already have the bus. And now we need to place our items, so we can go with the rosary.
Die.
I'm gonna place these. All right. don't have much more to place, so now I'm locked in again. Okay. Hopefully this unlocks soon. Because he is getting attacked. That's one of the bad parts. You can't just unlock it. Okay, he is almost dead. I think there are some outside too. And we have to get that going with there. We have to hustle. Again. Yeah, he's dead. He's gonna die. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I want to, but I don't think I will. I have to get one more, and I think it's outside someplace. That might be just enough to get us killed. Yeah, here it is. Okay, are we ready? Yeah, okay. Maybe we're not. We got it. We got it this time. And here we go. Let's get this guy exorcised. Let's get a good view on him. Here we go. We'll see him. No. So I guess that's a bug there. Just trying to get a look on his face. If you're not pointing at a certain direction while you're doing it, it ends it. So he died, unfortunately. But as you can see, there's still a lot of kinks to work out in the game, but for the most part, it's still moving in a good direction. Hopefully we'll see how polished it can become before it leaves early access. I think that the timeline said something like in March. But there's some bugs that still need to be tweaked. Nothing too big, nothing too major. It seems like whenever there's addition of new things, some of the other things kind of break a little bit. But the developer takes a lot of really good feedback, so hopefully he watches this video and gets a little bit of feedback too, from just us playing through this. And I hope that you all enjoy this game as much as I do. And hopefully you guys can do better than me, because I absolutely did terrible in both instances whenever I was going through this. So make sure that you guys drop me a like and subscribe. Hopefully I can keep making more of these videos for you guys. And that's 3.2 with all the new changes and all the new things. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. And until then, stay spooky.